YouTube, it's Louise. I'm going on a backpacking trip this weekend, just a one-nighter, and I thought just for fun I would just sort of go through what's in my pack and what I'm going to be bringing. So first of all, my pack is a Z-Pack backpack, and it weighs just a little over a pound. So in the past I've had an Osprey backpack that weighed almost 5 pounds, and that's a significant reduction in weight. Okay, so one of the first items I have packed, I'll just sort of show you the outside pockets first. I have some Crocs here. I use those as camp shoes, and they can be used as a sort of a swimming shoe. So there's something that's really handy, and they don't weigh a lot. I have a little folding sit pad here. It can also be used as extra insulation when sleeping if necessary, and it's very lightweight. It's very similar to the Thermarest folding sit pad that you can get, but I just got this one on eBay for a lot less money. Definitely you can notice the difference in quality from the Thermarest one, but for a couple bucks, what the heck. I'm also bringing a baseball cap. This one's by Salomon, and it has little venting holes on the side, so it's nice and cool and comfortable. In my front pocket here, I have a map of the park. So I'm going to Frontenac Provincial Park. That's in Ontario near Kingston. And there's some really great backpacking trails. I've never been there before, so I'm really excited. And there's the map. I have in here what I sort of call my kitchen set. Let me just open that up and show you what's inside. So first of all, I have some fondue fuel. It's ethanol fuel that's in a gel format, and I've done previous videos comparing that to methanol as a fuel, so you can check that out if you want. And this little thing here is my cook set. So it's basically an alcohol stove. My cook pot is just an old almond tin that holds about a cup of water. I have a little lid that I got from Mandarin Orange tin, and I just put a little electrical tape on the top just to use to pick it up. And inside is my cook set, and what I have is just the little container from the outside of a tea light candle. You know, tea light candles look like that, and so I can use that to put the gel in. And what I do is I just have like a little lid that I put on there, and here's the stove. You put your fuel in there. I have a little stove stand that's from hardware cloth that goes on there, and on my stove, and I fill that with water, and I use that for cooking. And it's very small, as you can see. Everything just nests inside of that, and I put that away. And my stuff sack's just an old nylon stocking, which is pretty well weightless. So I also have a windscreen. It's one from my white gas stove. I have used aluminum foil. I know it weighs a lot less, but I just find in the wind it tends to want to blow away. So this is a little heavier, but I might eventually replace that with tin foil. I've got a little fire starting kit here. So there's some cotton balls soaked in Vaseline. I've got a ferro rod to light my fire, and I've put a colored lanyard on that, so if I drop it in the ground, it's easier to see than with just the black cord. And I've got some matches in a Ziploc to keep them dry, and a really small big lighter. So I have 3 different ways of making fire, and I have a little bit of dryer lint as well to use as a tinder if need be. I've got a leather glove, so I can use that to pick up the cook pot if it's hot, and I can also use it I do have a secondary way of cooking as well. If I'm going to cook over a fire, I'm bringing a stainless steel bottle, and so I just take the lid off, and I can put that directly in the fire. That holds a liter, so it holds a lot more water than my alcohol stove. And in some cases I don't bother bringing the alcohol stove. I would just bring this, but it's kind of nice to have the alcohol stove just in case conditions are really wet or there's a fire ban or something. So for this particular trip, because it's just a one-nighter, maybe a little redundant to have all these different ways of boiling water, but what the heck, not a lot of extra weight. I have a little bit of extra paracord, and this white layer that I've got on the outside of my tent, by the way, is just an old feed sack that I've sewed a channel onto, and I can make a bushcraft chair. So you can Google bushcraft chair and see how you can make that out of a wooden tripod, and people often have a nylon layer that they use for that. When I happen to have this kicking around, so I made that for the seat of the bushcraft chair, and I really like too that it serves as a cover to protect my tent so I don't puncture it with a stick. But anyway, this is the cordage that I would use for the bushcraft chair, and if I need any extra cordage. I have a sock that I use to not only store my rope for my bear bag, but also when I'm throwing the rope over a tree, I just put a rock in the sock and throw that over the tree, and it keeps everything all tidy. I've got in here as well a little bit of a coffee filter and some aluminum foil, just in case, and an extra Ziploc bag for storing food or for a variety of purposes. So that's what's in that sack. And this is my other bag that I have. It's just sort of a miscellaneous repair kit. I keep my bug net in that, a little extra cordage, and I have some twist ties that you can use as clothespins and elastic bands, just in case. I have a compass and a whistle, so even though I do have a Garmin handheld GPS that I use for navigation, you always want to have a compass as a backup, and a whistle, of course, for emergencies. And then in this bag, I just have some miscellaneous repair items that I'm probably going to just take out of here because I've never used them, but what's in here is some crazy glue and some tie wraps, some safety pins, some duct tape. I also have some wrapped around my hiking poles, so this is redundant and probably why I'm not going to bother bring me on this trip. I've also got an emergency blanket, which can be used for a variety of things, along with that. I may do some fishing, so I've got a fishing lure and some fishing line, and I would just rig that up with a stick, and believe it or not, I have caught fish with that, so it works. I've got a little emergency flashlight. I do have a headlamp that I bring, but I've been on trips before where batteries crapped out, so it's kind of nice to have this little emergency flashlight, and it doesn't weigh very much. You have to press a little button for it to work, but to find things in your tent or to get around to your tent, it's always useful. I have a little bit of tenacious tape in here, just a little piece of it, and a repair kit from my NeoAir Thermarest air mattress, just in case. So that's that. In the side pockets, in the one side pocket, I have a Smart Water bottle. It's a 1 liter bottle. It fits in here very nicely, and then I just really like too that this cording on the side, which is used to sort of compress the pack, also fits over the neck of that bottle, so I can put it in there without it flopping around. And on the other side, I'm going to have this stainless steel water bottle, so I can carry 2 liters of water, but I can also use this as a cook pot, so it's now multi-purpose. And I just have hanging on here a very small container of bug dope, which I'm going to bring just because it's that time of year. And I'm also going to treat my clothing and tent with permethrin, and you can see another video I've made on that topic. So inside my pack, I have a first aid kit, so there's quite a robust amount of medication in here. You know, anti-diarrhea, anti-nausea medication, anti-inflammatories, some, what do those call them? I'm blanking, but stair strips for lacerations. I even have, believe it or not, a little suture material, because I have the medical background to use it if needed, if they never would, and I've also got bandaging material in here as well. So that just goes with me whether I'm going for a day hike or cycling, vacation, or backpacking, of course. And I just transfer it from bag to bag. So that's really handy. In this container I have an inexpensive poncho, so you know, I've done the Gore-Tex thing and spent lots of money on rain gear, and I find that those type of jackets, after about a year or so, they don't work as well or they wet out. So I just have a pretty inexpensive poncho, and if it's raining I just wear that, and it's one I got from the dollar store for about $1.50, so it's a little more sturdy plastic than the super cheap ones. Doesn't rip super easily, but if it does, hey, $1.50, right? And I also have, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of cord on here that I can use as a belt, because if it's really windy and the thing's blowing away, that's really annoying. So I have the ability to sort of belt it in and keep it closer to my body if I want to. And right now it's just in this container just so it doesn't get all tangled and ripped. I've got a toiletries kit in here, so I've got toilet paper and baby wipes and a very small amount of sunscreen, lip balm. I've got my health card number in there, you know, those kind of things. Standard. This is my clothes bag, pretty standard stuff. I've got long underwear for sleeping in. I've got a fleece sweater if it's cool at night, some sleeping socks, and a down jacket, which this time of year is probably redundant, and I'm going to have a look at the weather forecast last minute, and maybe I'll pull that out. Although it makes a good pillow, right? And down doesn't weigh too much. And right now my base weight without water and food is 14 pounds. So with food and water, this will probably be 20 pounds. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I can afford to bring that down jacket if I want to. Got a pack towel. We may go swimming, so it's nice for drying off, or if we're drawing water from the tent, if I happen to get some in there, if it's raining when I'm setting up. My Neo-Air air mattress, and I take it out of the stuff sack just to reduce weight, and what I'm using to bundle it together is just an old nylon stocking, which is very easy to tie to the length I want and very gentle, so I don't have to worry about damaging the pad. And in here I have a down quilt. So in colder weather I use a sleeping bag, but in this kind of weather I do have a down quilt that weighs 300 grams, so it's pretty lightweight. That would be under a pound. I've got a silk liner in here, and then just sort of a pillowcase that I can stuff my down jacket in or whatever. So that's my sleep set there. And I also have, what are these called? An SOL Escape Bivy. So I can use that as a sleeping bag all by itself if it's really, really hot. I can use it as an outer bag, and it can add up to another 10 degrees to my sleep system. So if it gets really cool at night, I have that. And I really like too that when I have this over my down sleeping bag or my down quilt, if there's any condensation in the tent or whatnot and I happen to accidentally touch the sides, it's going to protect my sleeping bag from getting wet. So again, depending on the weather forecast, I might leave this behind because it may be a little overkill, but definitely in the shoulder seasons, this thing is amazing. I use it all the time and I really like it. And I have an older one that I've cut open, so I can kind of use it more like a quilt. So I kept the foot box the regular shape, but I cut a slit down the middle just so I can lay it over me, or just tuck it in the sides. I just find if I have a lot inside of this, it just feels a little claustrophobic, so that's why for the colder weather I have a different one. And yeah, that's it. So that's sort of a synopsis of everything I'm bringing. Oh, and one more thing, this Z-Pack, when I ordered it, and I really like that this company can custom make it, I ordered one of these little hip belt pockets, so in there I'll have my cell phone and my GPS, and maybe a couple of snacks that I want to just be able to grab really quickly. So, yeah, it's one thing I really like about this pack. And by the way, I've only used this pack on a day hike so far. It's fairly new to try it out, but it is surprisingly comfortable. It has carbon fiber stays, and you can check out the website of the company to get all the features of this pack. But anyway, so far I really like it. Dropping almost 4 pounds from my pack weight has been significant. It allows me to wear trail runners instead of hiking boots, which is great. The last trip I went on, my pack was almost 33 pounds. Now that was a 3-day trip, not a one-nighter. lighter, but that was for my body weight way too heavy. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe you learned some things that you want to incorporate into your own backpacking setup. Yeah.